Hey everybody, and welcome to another amazing episode of Stacks in the City. I'm Ashley, Stacks in the City. Hey guys, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to buy a third home, or how I bought a third home without really any money down, and how you guys can do the same too. So guys, if this is what you want to hear, make sure you like and comment, and I'll definitely have a lot more insight on this. So guys, just a little bit of insight, a little bit of background. I recently closed on my second property in April, and we got it rented out. I have a property manager. We got it completely furnished. I'll put some of that somewhere for you guys to take a look. And yeah, it's been really great. Literally maybe a couple days after closing, I saw a house around the corner that had really great projections, really great numbers that would show that not only will be profitable, but it also works within the model, the strategy that I have. And if you guys are interested in hearing more about my strategy, the real estate investing strategy that I have, definitely let me know, like the video, and I'll include that as well. So it was great, it was perfect, but you guys, I really didn't have any capital. And I decided to put an offer on the house anyway. But y'all, I'm telling you, really great projections are coming up. That's what I was super excited about. And I really wanted to make some money. It's really important. Anyway, so guys, I am not going to be putting that much money down. My third home will be closing next week, the following week. I'm not going to be putting that much money down on it, not of my own funds. And I know a lot of you guys are out there looking to buy a home with little to no money down, little to no money to start. And I'm going to share with you guys what I did, particularly for this home, because I don't have a lot of cash assets. I'm not very liquid right now because I spent so much money on the last home. So here's what I want you guys to do. There are 3 things that I did that I want to share. The first is having your lender. The second piece is having an investor. And the third piece is having some form of leverage. Now, these methods are not going to work for everybody, and I really want to emphasize that. It really does depend on a lot of factors, but I'm going to share with you guys everything I did and everything that I'm doing to make sure that I stay ahead. So the first is a lender. It is very important that you guys find a lender that's going to help you adhere to your real estate goals. Now, I'm speaking particularly to those who are in their second or their third or their fourth properties. Your first home is a very different beast, but the second and third gets a little bit more complicated. And one of the biggest issues that people have is that they can't find someone to lend to them. I found a lender through networking, long story short, and that person is willing to lend to me even though I have limited work history, but I have great credit, which is really important, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. So lending, you guys, is super important. I used a hard money lender. Now, I talk about pros and cons with hard money lenders in another video. I'll share that. But you guys, essentially a hard money lender will give you the funds, but it's generally a higher interest rate. My interest rate is going to be about 5.1%, whereas in the past it was, right now interest rates are going like around 3, in the 3s, low 3s. So it's definitely higher, but still it works for my model. It also works for the money that I want to have. So that helped me out a lot in terms of not even having to put too much money. Like, I don't have to pay completely cash for this unit. The second thing that really helped me that I want to highlight is an investor. Now, I have an investor that I met through a real estate agent who's been phenomenal, fantastic. And this real estate agent gave me his information, and he is willing to give me a 20% down payment. So I'm not paying for my down payment. But there are a few stipulations. So he wants an interest return back. He also wants basis points, which are basically like a bonus. I have to give him money just for him giving me money, basically. And he wants the money back within a certain time frame. So if you guys are working with an investor, it is extremely important that you are very clear about what your goal is, what you want to accomplish, how much money you see yourself making with this property, because that's what they're looking at. They're looking at your character, but they're also looking at, well, what is it that you're trying to do, and how am I going to ensure that I'm making my money back? Part of the deal that I had with my investor is that I had to take a second mortgage on my home. So basically what I'll be doing is refinancing my house, which I plan on doing anyway, and I'll be paying him with that. So I'm using a little bit of the Burr finance thing. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about that. Let me know if you heard about that. I can explain that more. But it's something that was popular from the Bigger Pockets brand entity. So I'll be refinancing my home essentially just to pay him back, and then I'll keep it moving. But you guys, if you don't have that, it's really important that you're just very clear about the terms that you want with your investor. Y'all, there's people who have a lot of money that they are sitting on and they just don't know what to do with it. So I definitely want to make sure that you guys take full advantage of that. The last piece that I did is leverage. And honestly, you guys, this is the piece that I am a little bit finicky about because I'm not a big debt person. I don't believe in debt, but I do believe in leverage. So for example, the home that I purchased, the home that I own, is bought on some form of leverage. A mortgage is a form of debt, but is a form of debt that is helping me gain equity, build equity in my home, all that fun stuff. So I'm using this very similarly. So I took out a $20,000 loan, you all, with a very high interest rate in order to finance a part of this property. So for example, I will be doing some updates, some cosmetic changes to the property, to the unit, and I did need to take out a loan in order to make that happen. Now, what I did was calculate everything that I needed to have done to the home. I need to get a new HVAC, I need to get a little bit of foundation work in to help me determine the cost that I would take out for the loan. I also needed to use some of that for my closing costs, some of it, not all of it, because I still have some savings. So I used that, but I also created a spreadsheet, a calculation sheet that I use to determine when I'm going to be paying it back. So based on my projections, I should be paying it back no later than October. That's the absolute latest on a $20,000 loan. And that's based on the income that I'll be receiving from the property. It'll be based on the refinance that I'm going to be getting. It'll also be based on just money that I have that I'll be paying back. So I'm very, very intentional about paying back any debt that I have to the utmost, especially when it comes to any personal loans. So definitely utilizing that leverage has really helped me out as well. So you all, if that's something that you want to do, I really recommend that you do your research, and not just research, but play around with the numbers, you all. One thing that is really big about real estate, yes, it is a really big relationships business, which I've seen firsthand, but it's also very big on money and money management. How much do you expect your property to earn you? How much do you expect it in 5 years? When do you plan on paying off your debt, any leverage that you have? How do you see yourself really making an income from this, you all? It's not just, I got the keys to the house. It's so much deeper than that. So you guys, as a result, I'll be paying around $10,000 of my own money that I have into this unit, into this new property, and about $40,000 or so is going to be going toward the unit, which my investor is going to be paying for, and then roughly $10,000 or so is going to be going toward any cosmetic changes, any updates that I need for the house. So you guys, if you all don't have any money to start, you have to shuck and jive. You have to go out there, meet people who can help you, even if it's not in your network. And you have to prove to people that you are worthy of being lent to. Whatever it is that you're doing with real estate, you have to show them that I am worthy because this is exactly what I'm doing. The numbers have to prove you, your character, but also the numbers that you have to back that up. So guys, I hope this helped you guys. I am so excited. I can't wait to hear about your real estate journeys. You all, I am going to be having a really fun summer workshop, Stacks in the Summer. It's going to be all about real estate investing. It's going to be coming next month in June. So if you want to hear about that, please all let me know in the bio. I'll chit chat with y'all soon. Get to the money, y'all. Get to the money, y'all. Bye, y'all.